AFTV. Rob, we've gone through in the Carabao Cup. Commiserations, my friend. I know you didn't want to. I know you wanted the league over this, so you must be devastated.
Stop starting, man. Stop starting. What I said, let me clarify, right? I said at the start of the game that for me, the more important game out of the two, tonight's game and Saturday's game, if I could only choose one, that was the question I was posing to everyone, I choose Saturday because to me, I'm desperate to win the league. But listen, every game that we play in, I want us to win. Every competition that we're in, I want that day out at Wembley. You know what I mean? So I want to go to Wembley twice this year. I want to go there, or 3 times. Let's go there for the Carabao, for the FA Cup and the Champions League. You know, but I was very impressed with Arsenal tonight. This was a very, very tricky game. When I saw Brentford away pulled out of the hat, I went, oh man. I was like, it's the sort of game you go out in. You know what I mean? Like, and then in particular, when I saw their result at the weekend when they got beaten by Everton, I'm like, they are not going to rest loads of players tonight. They're going strong because they need to, you know, bounce back. They've now lost 2 on the bounce. They lost to Newcastle, which was a very close game. Then, you know, losing at the weekend, which was a shock to their system. I'm like, they're going to come really, really strong here. Plus, as well, remembering that their game's not until Sunday. So they don't have to rest loads of players. Whereas our game's on Saturday. So I'm thinking to myself, they're going to go really strong tonight, which they did. And I'm like, you know, start of the game when I saw the team sheets, I'm thinking it's going to be quite a long night for Arsenal. But the way we started the game, we started so well, so bright. We've been doing it away from home all last season and this season where we're in control of the ball, we're controlling everything. And then we got that early goal from Reece Nelson, who took his goal really, really well. I thought was outstanding on the night. And yeah, I mean, and then after that, first half, maybe we could have had another, play really, really well. But the second half was a different type of game in that it was a physical battle. And it didn't seem like a Carabao Cup game. What it seemed like was a game like in the Premier League. They put it on us. They stuck it right on us. I mean, it wasn't a half-full stadium. It was a full stadium, you know, because you see a lot of these games in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hardly anyone's there. Nah, full stadium, and they wanted it, and they wanted it bad. And the amount of long throws we had to defend, the amount of, like, long balls, I mean, they were so direct, and we coped with it. And,
yeah, we dealt with it.
That was the impressive thing.
You know, listen, a couple of years ago, me and you were there. It was not the same. It was not the same result, was it? You know, they were. You can see why Thomas Frank did it. You know.
Yeah, that time. Remember that? You remember that first game of the season, that legendary Friday night kickoff. That we literally buckled under the pressure. They did exactly what they did today. But today, you know, we stood firm, and I thought, you know, some of the defending from Gabriel, brilliant today, absolutely brilliant. Tomiyasu. Brilliant because he had to win a lot of aerial battles, which he did, him and Gabriel. Aaron Ramsdale, very, very impressive today, under a lot of pressure. People forget, you know, the scenario that we've got now with the Raya coming in, he's under a lot of pressure. Obviously, Raya used to play for Brentford, so you can be, you know, you can understand him, Brentford fans giving him loads of stick, Ramsdale, saying you're just, you know, you're a poor Raya or whatever, or, you know, even Arteta says you're crap or whatever. And he rode it. And I loved his celebration when he made that brilliant save and he just turned around to the crowd and he was like, and I'm just wondering if maybe he should have played in the North London derby, you know. Whoa. Because even though I said stick with a guy that's kept 2 clean sheets, but he's always up for them type of games, isn't he? He's always up for that big fight. And he proved that tonight. He was outstanding. That save he made, what a save.
Well, let me ask you, you know, he's proved the point still. He's made it difficult for Mikel the weekend now, hasn't he?
Very difficult. And also when you consider that he used to play for Bournemouth. So he'll understand, he'll know Bournemouth, he'll know the place, he'll want to impress there as well. Personally, I think he should start against Bournemouth. I think he put in a really, really good performance. I'd start him against Bournemouth and then bring back in Raya against Lens.
So if that's the case then, that's proving that Mikel maybe doesn't have a number one. They're both his number ones.
He said he hasn't got a number one. Both of them in the past 2 games have made outstanding saves. Right? You know what I mean? So I think you can play either of them. But I personally would like to see Ramsdale play at the weekend. I thought he was excellent tonight. There's one little time when he nearly got caught with the ball. But apart from that, he was brilliant tonight. His distribution was good. As I said, pulled off a worldie save and didn't let us down. And mark my words, he was under the cosh today because of all the long throws and, you know, the ball's being swung in. And I thought, you know, and Kivior as well, that block he did. Outstanding. So, yeah, there was so much to be happy about today. I mean, you know, to see that kid come in, Shago, right? You know what I mean, on your debut and not look out of place at all. Played really, really well. Obviously, in the second half, you know what I mean, he's right into a men's game. He tired, but he was brilliant. Reece Nelson, who I think has really matured
He's great, wasn't he?
As a footballer. Some of his recovery runs that he made. I'm not even talking about his goal. I'm not even talking about the stuff that he did going forward because we know that Reece Nelson have always had that in him. But where he, to me, I've seen, not just tonight, but I've seen him in games, where he has matured so much of a player is that ugly stuff, the tracking back, the recovery runs, the helping out and defending, then still getting back up in front, top and doing your job. I think he's really been outstanding at doing that. And if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be knocking on the first team. You know what I mean? Because right now, he wouldn't be out of place if he played at the weekend in the starting 11. Also, a word for Smith Rowe. I thought he looked really good as well. Looked really lively and could have scored, you know. But I was impressed with him and he's shown that he's ready for the first team, in my opinion. Yeah, good all round. Even Havertz, I think he was decent today. I do want to see more, though. I want to see...
What more does he have to do to convince you that this guy is moving in the right direction?
Grab the game and dominate it. I want to see Kai Havertz grab a game and dominate that game where you say, wow, Havertz was unplayable today, or Havertz run that game. You know what I mean? He's pulling the strings. I still look in the game and he's almost playing like what I'd expect of one of the youngsters who's just come in. Didn't do nothing wrong, but it's all too safe. It's all too safe for me at the moment from Havertz. I want to see him do more. You've cost £65 million. You've come with a big reputation. You're a German international. Start every game for Germany. I want to see a bit more from Kai Havertz, but we've got to have patience with him. We can't... We all want to see it now because I think, and that's come with the price tag. And I think that's come with the fact that he's... I personally think if he hadn't come from Chelsea and we just signed him straight for Leverkusen, we give him time. We'd all be like, oh, well, yeah, he's only sixth game. But because we've seen him at Chelsea and he didn't perform, we're like, hey, we're unsure why we even signed you in the first place. You need to perform. And he hasn't really showed it yet, although I don't think he had a bad game today. I don't think he was poor or anything like that. He had a decent game. But with the talent he's got, I want to see more than decent. I want to see him grab the game. Look, what's Reece Nelson done that tonight? He grabbed the game by the scruff of his neck and said, right, this is my chance and I'm going to show and I'm going to prove it to you. And I thought he was brilliant.
Listen, just lastly, Manchester City are favourites for this competition. They have gone out tonight. Yeah. Does that now make Arsenal the favourites for the Carabao Cup?
You know the Carabao Cup, right, especially in these early stages, it's all about the draw. I don't know who we've got yet. They're still going to be doing the draw. And it's all about the home games. And there's still some big teams left in it. You know what I mean? They might have gone out, Man City, but you still got United are still in it, Liverpool are still in it, Newcastle are in it. You know, you don't want to be drawing any of them teams in the next round away from home. So it's really, the one thing I would say now that City are out of it, it's anybody's, isn't it? It's anybody's. You know what I mean? A big dog's got out who's serial winners. You know, they can't win a quadruple this season. There's a lot of people saying, oh, they're going to win everything. They can't do that now this season. But it's anybody's. So, but I'm just pleased with our performance tonight. Continues our unbeaten run to the season as well. You know what I mean? All positive.
Can Arsenal win it?
Of course we can win it.